Hey everyone, it's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media. I'm joined today by East Coast Music Awards nominee Brendan Howard Roy for our segment of Zoomies. He's nominated for Song of the Year for his single Give Me Love. Be sure to check it out. Welcome to Zoomies.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So first off, care to give a brief introduction to our listeners?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Brandon Howard Roy. I'm a queer singer-songwriter based in Charlottetown, PEI. I like to uh, make music that sort of tells a story about my life that can sort of help other people relate to their lives. My first record was a little bit darker. I had worked in the theater industry for a long time and really wasn't happy there. And so as I moved into music and sort of these newer releases, I'm really trying to. I found a lot of joy in my life, and I'm just trying to make some of the most fun music on the East Coast.
Cool. Tell us a bit about your most recent release.
Yes, would that be Home? Yeah, so Home just came out a couple weeks ago. It was a song. So I was born and raised in Montreal, and then went to theater school in Toronto, and have been living in PEI ever since, and have kind of lived all over the place. And when the pandemic struck, was living in my new home, which was PEI, but I was still away from home, and we were stuck at home. So it's just all of this. These ideas about home are just like constantly swirling around in my head, and I was trying to make sense of it all, and figure out exactly what home meant to me. And this song is kind of a bit of a meditation on that idea. A meditation, but like still very fun, still very dancey.
Yeah, definitely. So as I said, you're nominated for ECMA Award. Is this your first time being nominated? And how did you feel when you found out you were nominated?
Mm. It is incredibly my second time being nominated. My debut album, Tough Stuff, was nominated for Pop Recording of the Year at the 2022 ECMAs. Um, and then to find out I was nominated again this year was pretty wild, because I was like, oh, it's not a fluke. You know, the first time it was like, um, just that self doubt mechanism, that
Yeah.
that little self saboteur that's always up in our brains as artists and as people who do anything. Um, I think that the second time, I don't want to say it was more meaningful, but it was really to be recognized. I chose to be based on the East Coast because I think that we have the best art scene in the world. And so to be recognized alongside those people that have encouraged me to be where I am and to be who I am was absolutely wild to me. I'm so grateful.
Are you performing anywhere during the festivities from May 3rd to 7th in Halifax?
I won't be performing this year. Just going to be bopping around, and just we're going to be at the gala, of course, on the Thursday night, which is always a spectacular event. And then I'll just be going out to see all these amazing shows.
Yeah.
Or
um, are there any specific events that you are really excited to check out?
Hmm. I love the breakout stage so
Mhm.
much. I've been going to the ECMAs for a couple years now, and I've always said that it's literally the most fun that I have in a year. Um, and I like to think I live a pretty fun life, but the ECMAs is just this amazing celebration. And I think that the breakout stage where you get to discover new artists is the most incredible. Like it feels, I don't know, almost like this an electric energy in the room of getting to
Mhm.
see something and see someone for the first time. So that's always fun. I always love to go. Living in PEI, we got that $50 bridge fare. It's hefty to be able to tour, and
Yeah,
so I always love to see other artists from other provinces see PEI artists at the ECMAs,
definitely.
and I always love to just watch jaws drop to the floor because I think we're pretty special.
Awesome. So the next 5 questions are just some fun East Coast themed questions.
Hmm.
So what's your favorite tourist attraction on the East Coast?
Mm. I, my parents and I um, started to vacation in PEI when I was a kid. We would come
Mhm.
from Montreal, and it was because I was a big reason was because I was obsessed with Anne of Green Gables.
Yeah.
I continue to be obsessed with Anne of Green Gables. So I love. Um, I'm not sure. I guess it would be two. It would be one would be the Anne of Green Gables house.
Mhm.
I think it's amazing that Ella Montgomery was able to write a fictional character so realistically and poignantly that we have a national historic site about a woman that never existed. Like
Yeah.
that's a pretty amazing accomplishment as a creator. And then I love the Charlottetown Festival, the theater festival here in Charlottetown that puts on the musical, but also puts on another other amazing works at the same time. So,
Okay, awesome. If you could work with any fellow East Coast artist, who would you choose?
yeah. They should be so lucky. Hmm. I think Isra Fitch I saw in a bar in Charlottetown 4 years ago, and I was immediately taken with her music. I think she has such a great ear for pop and other,
Mhm.
as shown through the other artists that she's worked with. So I would say Isra, if you're listening.
Okay. Growing up, who was the first East Coast musician to catch your attention?
Funny enough, the very first concert that I ever saw was Rita McNeil in Montreal at the
Okay.
Théâtre Saint Denis. My
Yeah.
grandfather was from Cape Breton, and he had such a special connection to Rita McNeil's music. And so we saw her with the Men of the Deeps when I was like 5 or 6. I have
Okay.
like very foggy memories, but I just remember a fabulous Mumu, I think like 12 minors, and just being moved to tears as a kid. So she has a
That's
special place.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite East Coast dish and why?
Mm, Donair egg rolls.
There we go. I don't think it needs explaining. If you were to write a song about the East Coast, what would you title it?
mm, I would say home, but I just released that song, so I gotta.
That's true. It
um,
works.
I don't know. Wow, what a fun place to party. Yeah, I don't
It's a
know.
tricky question, but it's just for fun. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
that
totally.
works. um, all right, so that's it for our ECMA nominee edition of Zoomies. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun, and good luck at the awards.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Jenna.